I think to be happy and fulfilled in life, you must feel at home with yourself, with God, and hopefully the people with whom you surround yourself. Again, this is home. From day one, and I don't mean entrance last year, I mean interview day for the job in Siena, I felt a tug from this place. And from day one, as an employee, I felt welcomed and encouraged to be all that I could be. When I started to discern, a process many of you saw coming well before I ever did, especially Rosanna, questions were honestly answered, concerns heard and given, love outpoured, and I knew I was being held in prayer. It was a learning process about the community, the life, and about myself. Most of this process took place well before I had the nerve to ask anyone official. They were questions and musings given to the sisters as I ministered in Siena, and there were a few key players, a couple of whom have already gone to God, that were willing to listen to my incessant need to doubt, like the Corinthians. Then 2 years ago, when Kathy was standing here at this point, she spoke rather eloquently about the mound as home, and she said all the things that I was thinking as I was starting to somewhat more publicly discern religious life, showing me that I was not alone in my thinking. It was important, too, that I felt at home this past year, that I could feel at home away from the mound. I'm happy to say that I did, in Chicago, its suburbs, and Spokane. This past year I was in Hyde Park living with 3 strong, intelligent, and deeply caring women. Women who not only taught me how religious life is lived on mission, but also taught me what living in intentional community means. As you might imagine, they were quick to teach. And as you all know, I was eager to learn. But it was continually reiterated that this was my decision as much as the community's. And it isn't a matter of living up to expectations, but making sure this is a good fit. It was a prayerful, fun, and supportive community, all of which I needed while trying to balance discernment, the discernment process, itinerancy, being away from my supports here, away from family, and let's not forget 3 units of CPE. The next step in finding home in this life is the novitiate. Admittedly, this won't be easy. It's a difficult process, and the mound will continue to tug at me to come home. I feel confident, though, because of all of you, my sisters. I am ready. I'm ready to find home in St. Louis and with the greater Dominican family. And so I ask your blessing upon my request to enter the Collaborative Dominican Novitiate.